Today we'll be looking at the second half of the batch that we covered in the previous video. This batch debuted on the 29th of November 2018, and this batch gave us some of the allies that were involved within the Whole Cake Island arc. This batch included Soul King's friend, Pedro, Whole Cake Island Chateau Intruder, Soul King Brook, Rabbit in the Forest of Sweets, Carrot, Sweets Country Chobro, as well as one of the two Sugo-Fest exclusives, Straw Hat Luffy, Gum Gum Powers Potential. And the second Sugo-Fest exclusive character of the batch aimed to bolster the dex typing in the game, along with a powerful special that grants the crew a slot effect boost and a color affinity boost. Introducing Cat Burglar Coning the World, Nami. In this series, we'll be traveling back in time to experience some of the older Sugo-Fest exclusive characters in their prime, aiming to show just what it was like to use these characters on their debut. I hope you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's enter the Legends of OPTC. Thank you very much for checking out yet another episode of the Legends of OPTC, and today we're taking out the second half of this batch, which is including Legend Nami. That is our main highlight character that we're going to be covering in this week's episode, and of course if you guys want to see the full details about all of the other characters that we talked about in this batch, go ahead and check out the last video where we talked about Luffy, Chopper, Carrot, Brook, and also Pedro, all actually relatively usable rare recruits during this time period. And some of these characters still see a little bit of play here and there, maybe a little bit of Chobro. Carrot probably is the weakest of the batch, and then Brook and Pedro have a little bit of niche usages, while the enemy has like full immunity or delay immunity. Very useful specials. But today we're mainly going to be focusing in on Legend Nami, and it's actually kind of cool that we're doing this video right now, because I do believe that the next grand voyage to arrive on One Piece Treasure Cruise should be probably Arlong Park, where we're likely going to be seeing a level limit break with Nami. However, that probably won't arrive for another couple of months as of yet. But let's go ahead and talk about the Nami. So Nami is going to be a Dex Cerebral Striker. Cerebral Striker, very good class combination, obviously with the recently released Legend Uta, very good combinations there. Now, her Captain ability obviously does get buffed via Limit Break expansion, but her base Captain will reduce cooldowns by 1 at the start of the quest, and then boost the attack of Dex units by 3.75, and makes Strength and Quick slots beneficial to those characters. Very simple Captain ability. The additional cooldown's kind of nice for stalling, so hopefully we don't have to stall too much in the content today. But obviously she's only boosting one color, 3.75, and gives you beneficial slots. No healing, no HP, so obviously that's a bit of a downside to the unit. She did receive a super evolution, of course, which makes her a little bit better in terms of her Captain ability, but I think definitely when we're looking forward to a potential level limit break, and you have a look at all these kinds of buffs that these characters can receive, then I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with a level limit break for this Captain. Of course, she probably is still going to be focusing around the Dex color, but if they make it like Dex Cerebral and Striker, whew, that'd be kind of nice, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Captain ability though, in terms of when this character came out, very good Captain, but of course it was only for Dex, so there were restricted uses for this unit, especially because, you know, you'd have to run mono Dex, or Dex characters, the only units that receive the boost, and especially with the way that her special works, you'll see that it gets a little bit problematic when you try and verse stuff that isn't quick, right, because you'll have type advantage. So her crewmate ability reduces paralysis by 1, and that's for the whole crew. That's actually very good. And Dex Orb beneficial to all characters, also very good crewmate. Like, that's ridiculously good. And then her special, if your captain is one of the classes, Free Spirit, Cerebral, Powerhouse, or Driven, then you boost those characters' color affinity by 1.75 for 1 turn, and you boost their orb effects for those classes by 2 times for 1 turn. So it's a very good special, just a color affinity and an orb boost. And of course, when you stack that with the new Luffy that came out alongside Nami, you have an attack boost, color affinity, and orb boost with 3 characters, or 2 characters only, on your crew, which is actually very good. So across the board, very good effects. And of course, it does mean that if you're running mono Dex, you get color affinity if you're up against quick, but if you're up against a strength enemy, obviously Nami's not going to be good for that. And type neutrality, you know, just with neutral damage, the orb boost is mainly what you're going to be using her for, where the color affinity really doesn't help you in any sense. So it can be good, but obviously it can have a lot of just straight up walls that can just block what Nami aims to do, which is obviously not fun. And of course, she did receive the Super Evolution, and her Super Evolution made her a lot better in terms of what it provided. It gave the Captain ability a pretty big increase, if I remember correctly, 4 times if you have a matching slot, which is kind of nice, and then 4.5 if you go ahead and expand the Limit Break, which is pretty good, more matching slots too. But then the effect was kind of changed, where they actually added this effect of reducing 3 turns of burn and paralysis, but the actual boost that she provided was the exact same. So I can see definitely with a level Limit Break, these numbers are probably going to increase, and then the utility that she provides is probably going to be up to like 7 turns, maybe 10 turns, and then maybe add even more utility on top of it. Like, yeah, this character with a level Limit Break could be kind of devastating. But that's the breakdown of the Nami, so going to be relatively short with this part of the video, but let's go ahead and see what kind of content we're going to be playing today. So we have 3 different types of content. We've got Clash Zoro, Colosseum Kyros, and also Colosseum Sicilian, mainly because Sicilian does have a mini-boss that is Dex, and Sicilian doesn't have too many gimmicks, so I think Nami should be okay to take that on. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel and see what kind of content we're going to be using Legend Nami in. I mean, I've not used Legend Nami in a very long time as a captain, so let's see what it's going to be. It is going to be that Clash Zoro, which is a very fitting clash to go up against, I think, so I'm completely okay with that. Let's go ahead and build a team with Nami to take on Clash Zoro. And here we are in game with the beautiful 6-star Nami, Straw Hat Pirate's Navigator. She was once a pirate robber known as the Cat Burglar. On Whole Cake Island, she used these skills to gain control of the homies and sow chaos among the Big Mom pirates. Yeah, so pretty interesting art design choice for the artwork for this character. Obviously, they just went full fan service for this one, considering the fact that they had Luffy as, you know, the headliner unit for their anniversary on Japan, and this was the kind of like the consolation prize of the Sugo-Fest. But this character is no slouch. This is a very, very good unit, ready to jump into some content today, and this is the team comp that we are running with. A bit of an odd choice, and of course, we are using some units that are not Dex. It's because some of the characters that Dex have as of this point in time in the One Piece Treasure Cruise history just didn't have the special abilities to get around some of the gimmicks that we're going to get around in this video today. So that is the reason why we're using characters like Bobbin and also Chobro from Nami's batch. But we have some other really cool characters too. We've got this Robin, who came out quite a while back from Nami's release. Very nice character, providing a little bit of utility and also giving us an attack boost to our Dex characters. And then we've got the Zoro as well, which is also a bit of an odd choice. And we're using the Flying Dutchman ship, which gives us a little bit of additional pirate EXP. This was like the best ship to run for pirate EXP before the release of the host ship, which came a little bit later down the road. But I'm really excited to jump into this video today, so let's go ahead and get it. So we're about to get started. Clash Zoro Supreme Grade Sword, which I believe is a 50 or a 60 stamina difficulty raid. This one could be annoying. Remember that, you know, Nami doesn't have any HP boost, so tanking damage actually may be a bit of an issue. Kind of concerned about that. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Really excited to use it though. Alright, let's get it. And here we go. Clash Zoro. Let's see what we got on Battle 1. Oh yeah, that's right, we get a full board of recovery slots due to the crewmate ability of Chopper. I don't know how useful that actually is. I kind of would have preferred it if we had some matching slots. But we do have quite a lot of mobs here on really low cooldowns, so we kind of want to make sure we can kill them ASAP. So we're going to go ahead and target those guys first. Attacking first, obviously, with Chobro and Bobbin, because they don't get any damage from the captain abilities of Nami. So we'll hit first with Bobbin and Chopper, and then hopefully do some manual targeting to kill the guys on the 1-turn cooldown. Alright, hopefully it works out. Well, it almost worked out. That guy, oh, what does he do? Please don't do anything bad. Okay, it's a little bit of bind. We take a little bit of damage. We don't really want to take too much damage. He does go to a 2-turn cooldown, which is good. Luckily, it didn't bind one of our Dex characters here. We'll kill these guys on a 1-turn cooldown. Like, we do not want to take too much damage just because we don't have a lot of health to play with. So that could be a bit of an issue. The bind is kind of annoying, but I think we'll be okay. We've got this turtle here that we can stall a couple of turns on, I think. So we'll go ahead and tap with Chopper because Nami might actually just straight up kill. And then we'll just pass the turn again. Alright, battle 1 down. We've got to make sure we get our specials ready to go. We're aiming to use Chopper and one of the Nami specials on battle 4, which is one of the mini bosses. So we're going to have to deal with that. So another preemptive here on battle 2. Binding our Zoro for 6 turns. Whew, alright, that's kind of annoying. And once again, that's our Dex character, which means that we lose out on one of our big damage hitters. But I think just killing 2 of these guys on a 1-turn cooldown shouldn't be too difficult to do on the first turn. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully get a little bit of luck here. Good. That's good, that's good, that's good. We'll kill the guy, we'll kill the turtle, I think. I don't think we need that much more stall. What should we do here? I think I'm going to kill the 2-turn cooldown guy. Uh-oh, please die. Thank you. Whew, that was looking a little rough. If we didn't kill that guy, he would have blinded us for like 5 turns, maybe even more. Yikes. Those red cannoneers you got to be very, very careful about. But obviously, this is one of the big issues with Nami, is that you mainly only want to use her for mono quick content. Otherwise, it gets a little bit dicey. And obviously, at this point in time, as you guys are seeing, the fact that we have to run Chopper and Bobbin is a bit problematic because we don't have these like key utility pieces to get around content. Of course, later on down the line, they did get a couple of good rare recruits, but it wasn't for quite a while after that point. So at this point here, we can just go ahead and move on, I think. 2-turn cooldown for Nami. I think we're good here. We can just go ahead and eat this recovery slot. Move on to the next battle. So battle 3 is against some more mobs. So these guys are really annoying because we have a lot of characters at a really, really high defensive stat. Obviously, they give us really bad slots, makes them non-beneficial, gives us a health cut. Obviously, lots of bad things. But this is why we brought Zora, because Zora gives adjacent slots into Dex, which at least Nami gets a matching slot, and then we can just do 1,000, I think it's 1,000 fixed damage? Yeah, 1,000 fixed damage. Just deal with that. We don't have to worry about it. Not a problem at all. And then the negative slots that we give into our crew are no longer available, which is good. And now we get this, right, where it says that there's a higher chance of badly matching slots appearing. This is actually very good for us, because remember with Nami's captain ability treats strength and quick slots as beneficial to the crew. So Dex characters, their badly matching slot is a strength slot, and we have a higher chance of landing that. So that's absolutely wicked. That's exactly what we want. So now from here, we can go ahead and use the Bobbin special, which will change. We could use... Yeah, we'll use Bobbin, that's right. Because I was going to say, we have Chopper, but we need Chopper to remove the threshold on the final stage, so we really, really need that. From here, we can go ahead and use a Nami special ability. So here's the special ability of this Nami. So this is going to give us an orb boost, and she does give color affinity, but of course it doesn't really matter, considering we don't have type advantage anyway. So we're kind of leaving the last stage for our damage to really come from the Robin and the Nami character. So that's good. We got the orb boosting effect, and hopefully we have enough damage just to straight up kill. That would be wicked. And hopefully get some good luck with slots in the final room too. Alright, let's get it. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. At least we keep a matching slot on one of our Namis. Moving on to the boss stage, what are our slots looking like? Okay, we got Psy slot on Nami. I can't remember if Chopper makes the Psy slots beneficial. Okay, that's kind of annoying. At least we do have, we'll at least have a couple of matching slots. So it's not the end of the world, not the most ideal scenario though. So from here we can use the special ability of Robin, which gets rid of Despair. It actually gets rid of Bind as well, if I remember correctly. But it also provides a 2x attack boost to our Dex characters, which is the main reason why we're doing that. And then Chopper will make Int Psy, oh, he does make Psy matching. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we're going to have the matching slots that we require. He also provides a chain boost, and he also gets rid of 5 turns of enemy's damage threshold. So that's perfect. So we've got all of that. Then we can activate the special ability of Nami, which will give us the 2x orb boost and the 1.75 color affinity. And I just noticed that Zora has his special back due to his crewmate ability, so we can just get matching slots anyway. So that's actually perfect. Okay. And then, I mean, like, because why not? We'll just use Zora again. Just give us those Dex slots. And now we have to make sure that we hit 2 greats before we pierce that barrier. And we have attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, chain boost. We have lots of damage here, and I'm pretty certain we're not going to have any issues in terms of damage. Just as long as we hit those 2 greats first, of course. Alright, here we go, Zora. Let's get it. And there it is. Very, very straightforward. Even though we had 2 characters on the crew that weren't even boosted, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in order to get through the content. So that was actually pretty easy, honestly. No real qualms there. Very, very straightforward. utilizing Legend Nami, which is something that you don't do too often, especially as a captain these days. So once again, that is going to wrap us up with another episode of the Legends of OPTC. I know this was a relatively shorter style video, but after we've already gone through the whole batch in the previous episode, wasn't really too much to really talk about in this one. But in next week's episode, we're covering a very interesting legend, a character that I recently did a showcase for on the YouTube channel, and that character is Guild Tesoro. He came out in the middle of December of 2018? Either way, Tesoro is going to be an interesting one. Very, very interesting gimmicks that you have to build him around with. So that is going to be fascinating to see how we can kind of use that in next week's episode. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this one. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.